that with all of the technological advances throughout human history, jobs have never really been taken. They've just been replaced.
Thank you for tuning back in to the 12 Days of Cybersecurity. Let's dig into question number 3.
Jobs have never really been taken. They've just been replaced. And I'll give you a good example. We had in our budget to I think it was for next year, maybe earlier this year, hire a project coordinator to. And if you're a project coordinator out there listening, I apologize. I'm not trying to get rid of your job, but we had it in our budget. We're going to do that because our operations manager is scheduling all of our consulting work, and so we had it in the budget. And then we realized that we could go get a couple of different AI tools and essentially automate that function. Right. So we took that line item out of the budget, but in this whole realization process, earlier this year, thinking about AI outside of our platform and just generally across the business, we added a position of AI engineering. So we now have somebody. So we just replaced a job with another job because of AI. And so I think in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe sooner, I think there are some jobs that will be replaced, and those humans will focus on different things, more human tasks. And it's anything that's repetitive, like customer service. I know that doesn't sound repetitive, but ultimately the responses are similar. So customer service, car and truck drivers potentially. I mean, we're already kind of down that path. Computer programmers, right? And if one of our team listens to this, again, my apologies, but a computer programmer is, their whole job is to construct language commands in such a way that the machine understands them. Well, now anybody can do that. And so programming, I think, will go from writing structured code to more prompting and communicating like a human, but knowing exactly what to prompt the AI model with, right? Research, paralegals, factory workers, those kinds of things. So some jobs will be replaced. However, as Troy mentioned, at this point, and we don't know how far away artificial general intelligence is, but there are jobs currently that are not likely to be replaced anytime soon, at least not in the next 5 to 10 years. That's where I think Troy and I might disagree a little bit, which quite frankly, on the quick side note, is odd for me because I'm usually the person that's very optimistic about technology. This one, I think we're more than 5 to 10 years away from machines being able to think creatively, make decisions, be empathetic, right? If you imagine Data or Spock from Star Trek as a therapist, right? That's not going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years. Anything involving complex strategy or interacting generally with the physical world, right? The machines have a very hard time doing that. So teachers, nurses, therapists, those kinds of jobs aren't going to be replaced. So if you're in that first category, drivers, computer programmers, etc., again, you're going to want to see what's out there and figure out how to twist what you're currently doing and interact with AI in such a way that you can add value and not get replaced.
I got a comment on the programmer thing. I was talking to a friend of mine about 3 years ago, and I said, AI is really developing fast, and there could be a time where computer programming is kind of going away. And he was like, oh no, it's not going to happen. This is just 3 years ago. And he's like, no, we'll always need programmers. And I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. So I used ChatGPT. I wrote some Python code. I just asked it to write me a program that did this. It did throw an error the first time. I told ChatGPT what the error was, and it fixed it. And it just ran. Now, that being said, like you were talking about, Randy, when it comes to solving problems creatively, which is what programmers do, I think ChatGPT would struggle. But I see within the next few years where that will become less and less. So I do think that when it comes to things like coding, structured language, things like that, it's here already. And now there's tools for developers. So I don't think the software engineer is going to go away 100%. I think that role is going to morph. as they embed AI tools into their daily workflows, they'll become more efficient. But at least for now, their creative thinking will be required to solve problems, because that's what a programmer does, it solves problems. The other thing I wanted to point out is there is concerns around changing jobs. Let's talk about the Writers Guild strike, right? One of the cornerstones of Hollywood's Writer Guild strike was that they were concerned that AI would be used to write scripts and plots for TV shows, and that they would be replaced by executives in Hollywood with AI. And one of the compromises is, without both parties agreeing to use AI, AI will not be used as part of the union agreement with the Writers Guild. So there are some real concerns there. And I think we got to be diligent how we move forward without inhibiting our rate of progress. So it's kind of a balancing act.
So when we asked ChatGPT, will AI take my job? The response was, the impact of AI on employment is a complex and debated topic. While AI has the potential to automate certain tasks and jobs, it also creates new opportunities and roles. The effect of AI on employment will depend on various factors, including industry, job type, and the ability of individuals and organizations to adapt to technological changes. Some jobs may be automated, leading to a shift in the labor market. However, AI also has the potential to create new jobs and enhance productivity in various sectors. Jobs that involve creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and complex problem solving are less likely to be fully automated, as these skills are currently challenging for machines to replicate.
There we go. Well said, AI. Will this, and I think again, common concern for people that don't understand it as intimately as you two gentlemen, but will AI take over the world and turn humans into pets? I've seen some robots that are pretty scary.